Wreck him.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallant
What's going on, ladies and gents? Hey, it's Repeat, and it's Monday night. That means it's time for the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series tonight from Talladega. That's right, that 2.66 mile juggernaut of a super speedway. It's race number 2 in the round of 12. Andrew Wisdom still on top of the points, but Tom Harmon and James Holzer right now tied for a dead heat, just 14 points behind the 51. Jimmy Cocker in that famed Virginia Tech number 31 sitting P4, and Tom Flitcroft right now in that 8, who absolutely loves this track, sitting P5 in points. Francis Hamilton, John Honeycutt, Brody Falker, Andrew Sanford, Jordan McGraw, Jose Ruiz, and Ryan McCall right now round out your top 12 in points. Let's get on down on track and see exactly what's going on. Qualifying is now underway. Let's go ahead and bring up your scoring pylon and keep up with these boys and girls throughout the evening. Let's go. All right, so how about we pick up first with the number 30 Shaboom machine for Ryan McCall. Right now going down the backstretch towards turns 3 and 4. As you see, way up by the wall, high, wide, and handsome. Some people say this is actually not where you want to be in these Cup cars, in these next-gen cars, because of the way the air goes around the car. The wall actually prohibits the car getting up to max speed. So it's not like the cars of yesteryears where you're going on up there, you're getting the car wound up, you come on down for your final lap, you guide it all the way around the butter, and you put down your best time, hopefully holding that wheel as steady as possible through the corners on your last turns. So we'll have to see just under 3 minutes to go, and as you can see there by those names and car numbers and all that, continue to scroll on the bottom of the screen. Everybody out there right now on track trying to put down their best possible time. How about this guy right here? I mentioned him just a little bit ago. As the 8 comes on down to the line, this is going to be his Q lap. Let's see exactly what Tom Flitcroft, old Tom Flitty from back in the day, has for Dega. He's got 2 wins so far this season, 1 at Daytona, and of course the brand new Atlanta Motor Speedway. And look at him guide that Camaro right down on the butter. Looked really steady, really solid. Let's actually jump on board with his cockpit and see just how steady he's holding that wheel. Look at that, very little movement, if any at all, trying to make sure that he's not scrubbing any tire whatsoever up off the corner. Extremely smooth down into the entrance of the tri-oval. Gonna get on through, still right on that butter. Couple of bumps right there. He'll come across. This should be one hell of a lap for driver 8. Right now, Brendan Book on top of the charts, and it looks like the 8 is going to slot in. Where did he just go? 8's gonna slot in P6 so far. All right, how about John Honeycutt right now out there on track in his High-Tech Securities Team FTR Camaro as well. Right now, Honeycutt was P7. Let's see if he's got anything for best time once he brings it on around. And looks like that is going to be it. He's going to go ahead and actually practice a little bit of a pit road entry. How about his Team FTR teammate, the 23 of Jose Ruiz? Right now, Jose Ruiz looks like he's P10, and more than likely he's going to go ahead and do the same thing that we just saw John Honeycutt do, and that's go ahead and make a practice pit road entry. 61 of Micah Allard. This is actually his get up to speed lap, so we'll be able to see what driver 61's able to do. Micah is another one that absolutely loves restrictor plate racing, and he's damn good at it too. See him holding a very steady wheel. He's got the left sides right on the dotted white lines all the way through, so he's not up all the way by the wall. Maybe just giving that car just a little bit to breathe, and going to bring it on down through the center of the tri-oval, right on the yellow line, and this will be his timed lap. Revenger out there, and it looks like Micah actually will not get a chance to put down a fast time. Looks like he would have been right about, I want to say, maybe P20 with just his get up to speed lap. So it would have been pretty interesting to see where he slotted in. Definitely appreciate everybody that's out there right now, whether it's on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, iRock TV through your favorite Roku device, and of course out there on Kick, right along with my buddy Rev, Revenger XXL. Good to see Rev out there. He wanted to know where the 07 of Luke Allen was before. At that point, he was 16th on speed as practice was winding down. Tom's parents says, "Hey Pete, ready for another great show?" I absolutely agree. Cannot wait. In fact, you know what? Let's go ahead and see if we can't bring up Tom just for old time's sake. I know he was looking forward to this race. Let's kind of pick his brain just a little bit and see what he's thinking. He should be down there with C Motorsports, if I'm not mistaken. If I can find C Motorsports. Actually, I'm going to guess that they've teamed up with somebody else because he is not in there right now. Looks like he's down there with Team FTR. So let's go ahead and bring Tom on up to the booth right quick and see if we can have a quick word with Driver 8. Tom, it's Repeat up in the booth, buddy. You got a copy?
What's up, man?
All right, man. You've been tweeting about this track all day long. You've got 2 races under your belt. One at Daytona, 2 race wins, rather, this season under your belt. One at Daytona and one at Atlanta. And if I'm not mistaken, you had sent the message out not too long ago saying you would have traded in both of those wins for a win here at Dega when it really means the most. Talk us through what you're thinking about the round of 12, what your chances are for this evening. I know normally you say I'm gonna get wrecked or whatever the case may be, but what do you think your realistic expectations or your realistic goals for tonight's race are now that we're at the middle race in the round of 12?
To be honest, I'm not too sure. I know this sounds kind of goofy, but I mean, these guys, you never know what to expect. I mean, it's just like any Talladega or super speedway race that you watch in real life. It's like sometimes it's tame, sometimes it's kind of, a little bit of chaos. So I'm hoping it's somewhere in between there and we can end up on the good side of it. But I'm just gonna try to run my own race and not get too bent out of shape if I lose track position, and just hopefully try to avoid all the wrecks, because I know we're going to have some. I'd be crazy to think if we didn't. You know we're going to probably tear some crap up too out there. But you know what? It's about having fun. We're going to do that, and hopefully we'll see you on the other side.
Well, man, you sent me a message, or you tweeted out and you tagged me this morning saying that you were ready and you were really, really excited. Your mom or both of your parents are out there in the land of Twitch right now, so you know that they're watching.
Oh,
they're cheering you on. They got that Team Flitcroft power underneath the hood of that Mountain Dew number 8. Buddy, good luck. Go get them. I'll get you back on down with Team FTR. It looks like y'all teamed up for this evening's race. You're going to have to do something, because it seems like the rest of everybody else is in Pit Row Esports. So, man,
yep.
Keep the shiny side up, and we'll check in again a little bit later on.
Hell yeah, man. Enjoy the show.
Oh, that's exactly what your mom and dad just said. Ready for another great race. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, bud. All right, so that was Tom Flitcroft, driver of that Mountain Dew number 8. Definitely going to see how he handles tonight's race. I know that when it came to Atlanta Motor Speedway, Brendan Book absolutely was very, very instrumental in him getting that W. It'll be interesting to see if James Holzer, Brendan Book, and a few others absolutely show up and show out and help their buddy get another one done here at Talladega. We'll just have to wait and see. All right, let's see if we can't find old Andrew Wisdom, the guy that's on top of the points right now. See what he's thinking, see how he's feeling. So far, it doesn't look like he's gone out to put down any kind of a practice time or get a little bit more draft practice. So I'll go on down and find him if I can, and see if we can have just a quick word with our current points champ over Tom Harmon and James Holzer, who are tied behind him 14 markers back. So again, let's see if we can find Andrew Wisdom right now. There he is. All right, so he is down there in Nitro Motorsports. So let's go ahead and pull up driver 51 right quick. Andrew, it's repeat up in the booth. You got a copy in that number 51, which, by the way, love the new paint scheme, sir.
Yes, sir. How we doing?
Man, I'm doing good. You come into this this 2.66 mile juggernaut of Talladega by 14 points over both Tom Harmon and James Holter, tied for second right behind you. Jimmy Cocker's fourth. Tom Flitcroft right now is sitting P5, 28 markers back. What, if any, strategy you looking at for this evening? If you'd care to share. If not, I absolutely get it. But what are you thinking about tonight's race so far?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just one of those things. Just gotta go with the flow. I don't really feel like I can come up with a good enough strategy and actually execute it here. To actually go to plan, just with all the variables and the nature of this kind of racing, but. We'll see. I mean, I think generally speaking, pretty good rules will advise maybe to kind of take a set of tires around the halfway mark if you want to, and try to get down pit road as early as you can to make it to the end, so you can kind of capitalize on that track position later. Just even too with that, got to take like potential overtimes and different things into account. So I would say, try to put yourself into position, just do what you can to avoid the wrecks, and then try to get your fuel and tire situation sorted out so you can capitalize on it at the end. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't have very good luck here. It seems like no matter what I try, the players will end up wrecking up capacity. So we'll see what happens. And but we got a good points buffer and have what should be a pretty good track for me coming up next week. So not too worried about it.
I watched the top split NIS race from here the other evening, and it really seemed like there was a whole lot of slam drafting going on. And it looked like days of old where the runs were just super huge and the back ends were taking all the brunt of each car behind. Has it been like that during practice and into this 10-minute warm-up, or have people generally been kind of taking it easy on the bumpers of these things?
I think the runs are definitely going to be huge. I think especially if people start to get shuffled out of line and you have a gap open up for someone to get a really big run. Definitely seems like so far everybody's been kind of trying to test the limits and kind of see what they can get away with in terms of how hard they can push or bump, with damage, net code, and all that jazz. So hopefully some of that practice pays off and everybody kind of learns sort of how they want to interact with the cars around them and kind of get their feel for the car. It's definitely going to be hectic. I think the package definitely creates these big runs and huge drafting opportunities. So hopefully it's not too chaotic, and we'll try to survive it.
All right, buddy. I'll get you back on down to the rest of your team in Nitro Motorsports, talking about Riley Rosenbrook, Matt Gale, and I believe there's one other in there, but their names kind of shortened up in Discord. Man, again, beautiful paint scheme. Keep the shiny side up. Maybe we'll talk to you again if we happen to have any cautions, and get your take on it while we're actually in the race. Again, Andrew, good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You got it, buddy. All right, so we'll get Andrew Wisdom back on down to Nitro Motorsports and let him maybe get in a lap or two with some of his teammates, or just in general. Just about a minute left in this 10-minute warm-up session. Again, this is the Shake and Bake iRacing Cup Series live from Talladega. This is the second race in the round of 12. So far, James Holzer, he is through to the next round. We'll have to see who's going to go ahead and join him as this evening rolls on. Again, Texas Motor Speedway was very, very kind to that RaceEPI.com South Park number 17 Camaro just last week. Talladega can be, and most times is, a completely different animal altogether. Chat, I want to know who y'all have for this evening. Revenger out there in the land of Kick. He was kind of looking at the 07 earlier, talking about Luke Allen. Of course, Tom's parents out there got to always pull for driver number 8 with Tom Flitcroft. I want to know who y'all got. Or y'all pulling for possibly the 79 of Cody Kalinka, who has had some rough goings as of late. Are we going to pull for an underdog? Are we going to pull for someone that really needs it based on points and how they go? If we're talking about that kind of a conversation right now, Ryan McCall